Hey guys, this is Jay of Untapped Games, and today we're opening a booster box of Pokemon trading card game XY Furious Fists. It's the third set in the XY block. This one's fighting themes, kind of like how Flashfire was fire themes with the Charizards and like all the trainer cards that were specific to fire type decks. This one's got a lot of fighting stuff in it. You can see there's Mega Lucario EX, Hawlucha, a lot of fighting Pokemon, though there's still like a pretty good distribution of all different Pokemon types. There's still every type of Pokemon in this set, there's just a little more fighting than usual. And also a lot of tricks that fighting type decks are getting in this set. That's going to make them really good right away, pretty much. Let's see our first pack here. Pancham, Magmar, Shiny Poliwrath, and a Politoed, and a Karina. So, foil rare and a rare in the same pack, and they're from the same family. That's pretty neat. Which leads me into one of the things I really like about this set is that not only does it have a lot of competitively viable stuff, but there's a lot of just sort of fun, casual decks you can make out of it. Drapion is there in this one. For instance, this Politoed ability makes you ignore all colorless energy costs in the attacks of your Poliwag family Pokemon. So, for instance, that would give Poliwrath free attack for 60 damage, and actually the Poliwhirl uncommon would go along really well with that, because it's another 3 colorless energy ones that becomes free if you have Politoed out, and it does 50 damage plus another 50 if the Pokemon has any damage counter. The defending Pokemon has damage counters on it already, which like it'll pretty much always have, so it's like a free 300 damage attack. The rares in this one are Hollow Victreebel and Reverse Hollow Glaceon. 2 more rares. The Eevee family also works pretty well in this set because the Eevee common lets you evolve it for free pretty much. When you attach a energy to it, here's an Electivire. You get to search out an evolution of that color, and I believe you can do it on the first turn that Eevee's in play too. So that makes all the evolutions in this set very easy to play. Thundurus, this pack. Another casual deck in this set that I like a lot is the Electivire and the Magmortar work together. This one's attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your Magmortar, and they're both stage 1s with good HP, so it's not like too hard to get them out. Cleopatra and a Landorus, and this is one of the big things in this set is the new special energies. This one's for grass. It heals 30 damage from your grass type Pokemon when you attach this to it, and the fighting one makes your fighting type Pokemon do 20 more damage on all their attacks. This Landorus is pretty good for fighting decks because it lets you pull energy from your discard pile, and it can also do 90 damage for you in a pinch, and it's a big basic with 120, so that could fit into your deck really well, get you more energy, let you recycle energy. Can't recycle special energies though, that's the only downside. Only the normal ones. Aurorus is a rare here. Yeah, we'll see if we get the Lucario EX, because that's probably the best card in the set. And it's what you're going to want to build a fighting type deck around if you want to make one. Reverse Foil Blaziken is right here. Another thing I like about this set is even though Like there are Pokemon of every type. A lot of the non-fighting types are still like dual type fighting, like Blaziken. It's just like a lot of fighting representation. There's another Poliwrath and a Combusken. Another Politoed, so I'm well on my way to that Politoed deck already. 2 Politoads, 2 Poliwraths. Scraggy Tyrantrum. This has an attack that does more damage when the defending Pokemon has a special energy attached to it. So that's like the only potential downside to special energies is cards like this Tyrantrum. Because otherwise it's just like, you have to have energies in your deck anyway, so you might as well put the special energies in because they have no downside. There's the fighting type energy, that's pretty good. Attach it to a fighting type Pokemon, all its attacks do 20 more damage. That's a pretty good deal. And then Hawlucha was the rare. Its attacks aren't affected by weakness or resistance, and it has Flying Press for 60 damage, 1 energy, but can only hit Pokemon EX. So I could see that being useful as well, situationally. Jinx, I guess, is there. Yep. Once during your turn before you attack, you can heal 10 damage from your active Pokemon, is the ability on Jinx. Foil Pikachu. There's the Magmortar that works with Electivire. If Electivire is on your bench, you get a 160 damage attack from that second one. And it's also got a Flame Charge that searches out energy for it. And you can even see Electivires in the artwork. They're in each other's cards. They're bros. I don't care how obvious they make it that Electivire, and Magmortar is supposed to be a deck. I think it's a sweet idea. So here's what I was hyping up as the best card in the set. 180 HP, Missile Jab for 30 damage, 1 energy, isn't affected by resistance. Corkscrew Smash does 60, and you draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, and then it has a 100 for 3 energy. So basically, like you play this turn 1, you attach a fighting energy to it, and there's some other tricks you can do, like a fighting type Stadium that does more damage to Pokemon EXs, and basically you're doing like 50 or 70 damage on the first turn, and then 80 or 100 on the second turn, plus card draw. Like, it's pretty crazy. You're doing everything you want to be doing in a Pokemon game, if you're getting that kind of damage output, and also keeping your hand full. So sweet. Maybe we'll get its EX form too. Hypno is the rare in this one. This does a fun hand control thing. Your opponent reveals your hand, then you choose a supporter card, and then they play it, but you make all the decisions for that card, which is kind of weird and interesting. Its usefulness depends on which supporter you end up with, I guess. But stuff like that you don't see very often. And hey, that didn't take long. And this is the secret rare too. It's 113 out of 111. This box is awesome so far. Mega Lucario EX. When you attach it to Lucario EX, your turn ends, but then its attack does 140 for 3 energy, and you discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So we are getting the theme of this set. In the first half of the box, Lucario and Mega Lucario, and some good supporting cast members for a fighting type deck, like Hariyama here. Slacking also rare. Hariyama, I guess not as good, but it could be good in a certain matchup because it gets 30 resistance to fire and water type Pokemon with 120 at stage 1 and can do 80 damage for 3. So that's pretty good with its thick fat ability. Flygon's rare here. This is the Fighting Stadium I was mentioning. Your fighting type Pokemon do 20 more damage to defending Pokemon EX. And I believe you can play that on the same turn as a fighting energy, so that leads you to just like really aggressive openings if you have that Lucario EX. Versatile Raichu. This Golurk. There's a lot of things that interact with stadiums though in this set. This Golurk's attack, Wreck, lets you discard the stadium card in play, and it does 60 more damage. So there are counters to the crazy fighting type deck that this set lets you make. Jazzy, here's another EX, Seismitoad. This one does 30 damage for 2 and keeps your opponent from playing item cards. And then it does 130 damage but deals 30 to 2 of your bench Pokemon, which is kind of a big drawback. Hey, it's an EX, looks cool. You could use it with the Politoads, I guess. It's water type. There's another Magmortar, a Jaw Fossil. Machamp is another good fighting type option. It's yet another thing that makes your fighting type do more damage. Like, it's just everything in the set is about doing more damage if you're a fighting type Pokemon. This one's its ability, Fighting Fury. All your fighting types do 20 more. And then it's got an attack that does 80 and defends it for 40 pretty much. So you get this Machamp out on your bench or in play, and your Lucario gets even more crazy. Luckily it's a stage 2, so it's not as aggressive. It's more like a finisher. Another Poliwrath. And there's the Poliwhirl uncommon I like, with the 3 colorless energy attack, and it can do 100 damage most of the time. So we got 3 X's so far in this box. Coming down the home stretch here, let's see if we get another one. There's a shiny Breloom and a Beartic. Beartic's another one that interacts with stadiums. Its attack, Mountain Drop. Noibat. There's one of the better evolutions, I think, because you do 30 damage and makes it asleep, your opponent's Pokemon, for 1 grass energy. And so I think the way it works is you can play an EV turn 1, and then it evolves because you attach an energy to it, and then you can use that attack on turn 1, which is a pretty good opening. Because you get to search out the Leafeon once you attach a grass energy to it. Mara, this Clawitzer is pretty neat, because it does 20 more for each water energy attached to it, so if you're using all water energy, that's 110 damage for 3 water energies, which is pretty good. And then it can switch out with its other attack. It's a stage 1 with 100 HP. This one's a shiny Herbal Energy. And Pingaro's the rare there. Got a Gothitelle. And this is another one. You can discard a stadium card in play, and then put out a different stadium card. So you like get rid of your opponent's one and search out, or I think you have to have it in your hand, but just replace it. And her other attack lets you, your opponent reveals their hand after it does 60 damage. There's a Klawitzer again, and a Dragonite EX. This is another one of the good Dragon EXs in this set, because of its ability Bust In. When you play it onto your bench, you can move any number of energy cards attached to your other Pokemon to Dragonite, and then it becomes the active Pokemon. And then it does 80 damage for 3, and if you discard an energy, it does 120. So that's really, it's like surprise Dragonite. It gets all the energy it needs right away if you have it on the field at all. It's pretty neat. It's 2 grass and 1 lightning is the cost for its attack, so you'd be running a grass lightning deck, I guess. Hariyama, another one of those. Beartic and Breloom. It's a reverse foil. Last 3 packs here. Foil Clefable and foil Noivern, which is cool. It defends itself really well because any damage done to this Pokemon has a chance to be prevented if you flip a coin. 100 health. Boom Burst does 30 to all your opponent's Pokemon. So not as offensive, but it can stall out really well if you get good coin flips. And the Tornadus, fighting energy. This Tornadus switches out for 2 energy your opponent's Pokemon, and does potentially 120 if you have the same number of cards in hand. It's 110 for a big basic. Last pack here. Let's see if we get a full art something or other. That'd be cool. And no, it's just another Tyrantrum. Still though, 4 EXs, 2 of them being the good ones, Lucario and a secret rare Mega Lucario. Those are the stars of the show there. And a bunch of other stuff you could use to make fun decks, like these Politoads and the Electivire, Magmortars, and whatnot. So that's a pretty good box overall. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure to like and comment on our videos if you like seeing content like this. Check us out on Facebook. We do free giveaways every month. And of course, go to untappedgames.com. You can buy all these cards seen here as long as we don't sell out. This set looks like it'll be pretty hot. Or you could buy a whole box like the one I had right here. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.